Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kenos, and we are here with a special LCUS presentation exclusively to YouTube. Look at that. For a match between Nine Lives and Northern Storm, just to pick up the pieces from the previous week of games. Joining me is Infinite. Infinite, you all set for this?
Yep, I'm ready, hype, and good to get the show on the road.
All right, sounds great. So for anyone who missed it, we are replaying the second game from the set. So you will see the board showing the state from that game with Northern Storm up 1-0. And I don't know if we will see similar bans to what we saw in Game 2 from Sunday, or if there will be something else. Infinite, what are you expecting?
Well, both teams know that they don't have to play by any of the picks or bans that they did from that previous game. So I'm kind of expecting I'm expecting both teams to kind of shake it up and switch things around.
Well, we will see if they do that or not. That's interesting. Just adjust this 1 second here, folks. See if I can make this a little bit better. Yeah.
I'm wondering if Nine Lives will take off one of the either the Morgana or the Lux this time around, so they don't have to deal with that kind of bot lane again.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Morgana and Lux have both been a bit of a presence in the LCUS this split, especially with the different sorts of bot lanes that we are seeing. Mid lane, of course, also being a bit of a factor, and that Lux laser is so volatile. But we are definitely seeing a focus on the support position, boxing Relexus out as much as possible. But
Not surprised for the Seraphine ban either.
mhm.
It's becoming very quickly becoming an LCUS ban staple.
All 3 bans targeted against Relexus. So they know where they've decided where the chink in the armor is.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Wraith Ghost play a decent amount of Viego? Hasn't he been playing that?
I think he does.
I'd kind of like to see that that picked up pretty early.
That would be cool. We've only seen him once so far, and I think that was also last week.
Yeah, and I believe, yeah, I was gonna say I believe we may have seen it in gym class feeders, but I can't remember. Maybe not actually.
I don't think so. I don't know if he was out yet.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
So we'll see what the picks are here. Very interested to see who the bot lane's going to be. We do have the Vel'Koz picked up, who we saw in that second game. And Morgana locked down as well. So one of those is probably going support. Which one do you think is more Relexus' style?
If that's the bot lane, it's Morgana going to Relexus, and General Wally's keeping Vel'Koz.
So we have Zyra Swain. Oh, you're not picking Aurelion Soul. Get out of here.
People play Soul still?
No, that's why they're hovering it. I have a mentally updated list of all the champions to ban if we're just throwing bans away, and Aurelion Soul's one of them. God, want to remake Udyr and Shyvana? How about we remake Aurelion Soul?
Yeah, he is a very underwhelming champ in my opinion. Like, just from like day one, I thought he was kind of bland for all the hype that was given to him.
He's the creator of the cosmos, and he's a boring little dragon who can't even hit things without his abilities.
Yep.
God. All right.
Ooh. Okay, this actually changes things up though, because General Wally's Ezreal is incredibly good, so maybe the Vel'Koz is actually for the mid lane.
I would say it must be. I don't know if Morgana going mid with a Vel'Koz on the team would make too much sense. But this is definitely looking different from the 9 Lives in the past that we've criticized for going exclusively protect the Wally comp.
Yeah, I'm liking their draft a lot more right now.
I will reserve judgment until I see what their jungle and top lane picks are.
We say that and it's like, here we go with like Shin and Galio.
Why ban Jarvan? Jarvan is trash. We've established
Hey,
this.
hey, some people really and like really like him in our league. He's like a couple people's favorite,
I've heard.
which baffles me. I don't like. They realize there's 150 champs, right? And they settled for Jarvan.
He's not even the best at what he does.
Silas does it better.
That aside, they've decided to ban Jarvan. Maybe it's a pity ban. They need all the help they can get. Let's ban Jarvan. I like the Ornn ban, though. Ornn doesn't get banned enough. Get some variety up in the top lane.
I agree. I think Ornn's one of those champs that's like safe enough to pick, especially if your top laner's not feeling quite as confident going into the matchup. Just pick Ornn and try and wait out the game a little bit.
Very excited to see who Wraith Ghost is playing top, though. He's been doing good this split. So we do have the Amumu pickup. Amumu will definitely help with a couple of combos I'm already seeing this team possibly have. The Morgana and Amumu ult on top of each other would be horrifying.
Not to mention a Vel'Koz laser coming in afterwards. Amumu shredding some of that magic resist.
Right.
Yeah, that's a scary team fight right there.
So we have Poppy. Poppy, irregular appearance. And possibly Udyr. I went into mind an Udyr here. So is this going to be Zyra Swain bot with Lucian mid?
Probably. I feel like that's more their style right now.
All right. So
I'm liking drafts so far though. Both teams picking some pretty aggressive champs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Scion. Nice. Do it. Cool. All right. Yeah, I have no problem with either of these team comps. I'm not a huge fan of Poppy, but I mean, obviously she's durable as hell. Mostly. Depends how she's built, of course. Yeah.
So if we don't see any switching around, okay, I was gonna say, I would not have guessed that.
Well, if it was going to be Scion support, we could say that Relexus was inspired by Fruity Dinosaur.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be the Vel'Koz Morgana, though. General Wally being extremely skilled with Vel'Koz, a ton of time on it. So,
You know, honestly, I wouldn't mind if League of Legends just kind of turned into this for bot lanes. We have two spellcasters both in the bot lanes, and we have two sharpshooters in the mid lane just trying to poke each other down. I think that's kind of fun.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't, with damage being the hot thing that is in right now. I feel like you could close out games a little faster this way.
Yeah, I mean, games get closed out a little bit faster. It's a lot more, depending on how the lane goes, it's a lot more interesting in terms of things like, mana preservation and stuff like that.
True.
Can have both members down there have CC that can come into play, I mean, we got Vel'Koz and Morgana can easily stack what they've got going on. A lot more intimidating, in my opinion, than just a Morgana with, say, I don't know, Lucian or something. Because there's the burst damage, which obviously is terrifying, but you've got something that you can actually get your jungler a little bit more involved if you have this kind of layered CC.
Yeah, that's very true. Especially junglers like Udyr and Amumu, who both have their own CC in addition. So I'm expecting a lot of focus in the bot lane this game.
I could see that for sure, especially considering how durable the top lane is. It depends. I mean, Wraith Ghost is obviously a very proficient top laner, but Scion can have bad games if he gets babysat a little too much. So, but I would say, yeah, the focus is going to be seeing who can get ahead on these powerful casters. Though I will say, I think that if the longer the game goes, the better an edge 9 Lives is going to have. Beyond the fact that Scion can scale infinitely, Vel'Koz and Morgana can both be very scary when fed. Whereas I feel less concerned about like a Zyra getting fed. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, I don't know. I've been playing Zyra a lot in ARAM. I keep randomly getting her, and the later the game goes, the more like I've gotten a couple of quads and really close to a couple pentas a few times with her during the later stages of the game. I know it's ARAM; it's not quite the same, but still.
I mean, I assume you're building her in that situation more damage focused, though, right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. But I mean, even as support Zyra, like, don't you still build primarily damage?
Sure. But I mean, I think that like Vel'Koz is going to outdamage her and Swain. Not combined, of course, but Vel'Koz going to Vel'Koz. But on the other hand, there is more durability on Northern Storm's side because Swain is Swain. So we'll see how it goes. 5 seconds. Who's going to win?
I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to 9 lives this time.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens heading into skin selection. All right. Oh, we got a matching bot lane. No skin on the top lanes either.
Oh no, dude! Northern Storm wins this for me though. The Crystal Rose synergy for that bot lane looks so good.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I really like Arc-Light Vel'Koz and Little Knight of Mumu, but the synergy is the synergy. So
Yeah, I love Arclight Vel'Koz. That's a really good skin too, and I haven't seen Victorious Lucian a whole lot in game, so
definitely one of the more the more less common Lucian skins.
the splash for it looks pretty cool though.
Generally see things like you see the cyberpunk one or things of that nature. But once the game loads in, fun fact, if we're counting all 3 games that these teams have played this week, Northern Storm has won the skin all 3 times. Little detail there for you.
Nice.
And I keep glancing over to where chat would be, but we don't have a chat, so we're just here.
I've been doing that too.
We're here together, just us and us and the YouTube viewers. How are you guys doing, YouTube? You doing all right? You hanging in there? Maybe
Oh,
you're
I'm sorry to hear that. No.
maybe you're watching this in the morning, catching it in the evening. You come home from work, you see, hey, there's a LCUS video that I haven't seen. That's weird. It's okay. We're all in this together. Except for those of you who don't watch the video, in which case, go to hell.
Looks like we have some early aggression coming from Northern Storm, looking to maybe get an invade.
Be really rough for Wally if he's asleep at the wheel here.
They'll have to stick really close to this wall though for him not to see this, because he's right at the edge. So
Interesting to note that Ezreal has heal again. Okay, Wally is not asleep at the wheel. Does flash though. That's probably smart.
yeah, that grab was gonna hit him. So good reaction time from him.
So I can't decide if I like this Lucian skin or not.
Oh yeah, let's go take a look at that.
Beyond the fact that he's stuttering around so much that I can't.
I like it. I think it looks pretty cool.
The issue I have with it is, to all my StarCraft players out there, it looks like a zealot to me, who's walking around with his laser sword hand stuck up in the air. It's so hard to see where the guns end and his hands begin.
That part's true.
Alright.
He doesn't have hands anymore. He just has those crystal guns.
After his girlfriend died, he just replaced his hands with guns. That's the League of Legends movie we need to see. Alright, so let's keep an eye to see where any sort of early aggression may happen. Both of these junglers could be very aggressive if they want to be.
I always forget that Swain's little pullback doesn't have to be off of his own snare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a very nice bot lane combination thanks to that little pull that Swain has. Bidet already taken down to half health after fighting off with the Scion there. You know, that Morgana skin kind of looks like default Swain a little bit, like female Swain. Got the white hair, got the
I can feel that.
dark cloak. So first dragon will be a fire dragon, which will definitely help both of these teams, I think, with some of their explosive damage. More so 9 lives, of course.
Yeah, I imagine this would be one that, regardless of what team I was on, I'd want to put some higher priority on getting that dragon.
Looks like Relexus is very close to coming down, but great pull in there by the Amumu. Just deletes the Zyra. Oh, Token might also be in a little bit of trouble as well. Don't... pulling Wally in there was real risky.
Yeah, it was. Luckily, his cooldowns were still ticking, so...
I actually feel like Wally could have gotten that. Tectonic Disruption can be incredibly devastating. But... so it goes. Alright, so First Blood comes in, goes on the Jungler, which is probably the one saving grace of what happened there for Northern Storm. Get Morgana or Vel'Koz coming in early. Yeah, Zyra going too far forward. Peach being very aggressive here. Also up in the top lane, Scion continues to beat on him. Wraith Ghost cannot take Bidet down before he gets back under turret though.
With the exception of mid lane, both teams playing very aggressive right now as far as their trades in lane.
Well, I think both lanes that have the aggression going on have the capacity to do that because of those CC chains we've been talking about that both teams have. If like anyone gets caught, there is the sense of, oh, let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
And we have Idle Lights coming along here behind Slackosaurus. Slack does have that little dash though, and has chased Cuba Libre off. A lot of nice stack damage though.
Ooh, nice prediction there from Slack.
Indeed.
To not get hit.
He did have a ward there though, so that could have also just been some quick reflexes. So Wraith Ghost already has 71 extra health. Good jump in there on Slack. He does have the dash though.
Nice response on his part.
Alright, so we do have a bit of a party going on in the mid lane now. It looks like Alexis is here to help out the team's ADC. I like the focus on warding that Wraith Ghost is doing. That has been a weakness of 9 lives this split after the first week.
I feel like we've already seen Amumu pretty involved with this team. When do you think we'll start seeing Udyr showing up to lanes and whatnot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I was expecting Udyr a little bit earlier. I think maybe his entire focus was trying to get this early dragon. So maybe it was, you know, don't get involved, don't risk your health being low, don't risk being too low of a level to get early dragon.
I like this sneaky play though. 9 lives should have no real idea that this is happening.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like they do, and there's no way they're going to steal it. I mean, I suppose like a last chance Ezreal ult, but that would have been some killer game reflexes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the pressure from Wraith Ghost early on here. A little down in CS, but you know, sometimes when you're playing as Scion, it feels like the best way to play is just be that ever-present danger. Because you're going to win one-on-one trades in theory because of your passive. Yeah, so now that that first dragon is down and the next dragon will be a Cloud Drake, we'll see if we see Jester a little bit more. He's definitely been a very powerful cornerstone of this team, so this slight early game momentum shift that it kind of feels like 9 Lives has could just be because he hasn't been involved, but now he's going to come in. Relax is a little far forward here and is going to be deleted instantly. Amumu is here as well, though. Can't quite decide who to go in on. Jester jumps in immediately on Wally. Why focus the tank when you get the Squishy Squid Man? And Squishy Squid Man does flash away. Oh, Idle Lights disconnects! Absolutely brutal.
Ooh.
Maybe through the power of recording, we can crop this part out.
Oh, yeah, that is the one positive. We should be able to do that.
Now, there's no way to prove this, but I'll say it anyway. I don't think the fight would have gone any differently.
Yeah, no, I highly, highly doubt it.
In fact, it might have even been better for them because it looked as though they kind of like pitied and didn't focus on him as he was running away.
The only thing that may have changed is Amumu may have been able to provide a little more CC so that Wally wouldn't have had to burn Flash to get away at the very end there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, the Flash burn is the one thing you can argue. But I think that Amumu did not have the damage and did not really arrive there quick enough to really stop Relexus dying. Very well orchestrated gank there. And now we're definitely going to see Jester more on the board, I think. A little bit of a lag spike there.
thought it was just me. So, first kill goes over to the jungle. Oh, gotta fight in the bot lane again. Okay. First kill goes over to the jungle for 9 lives. The next kill goes over to the support for Northern Storm.
Yeah, so definitely 2 different stories.
Yeah.
And of course that first dragon is going to be adding ever more of an advantage. I'm curious to see how much more aggressive these lanes are going to become, or, you know, if they're going to start transitioning into rotating. Simply because we have a level advantage in the bot lane now of 6-5, which is a big deal. 6-5 is probably one of the biggest power spikes in the game.
And she's not particularly close to getting 6 either.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a whole level difference, essentially. We do also have Jester up in the top lane here, so we're going to see if Wraith Ghost is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes Jester. Wraith Ghost does have the ability to slow him down because he's Udyr and also pops the shield, so he's fine. Anyway, like we were saying earlier, because this is so aggressive, because of just every single ability that lands as an opening. So these fights can escalate incredibly quickly, especially in these situations where you are running up against 2 ultimates versus 1. So if I was 9 lives here, you've got to play passively until you get that 6th level to compare. Do have another fight here up in the top lane. All sorts of CC chains going on here. Very nice use of the Poppy ult though, and now Jester comes in. Wraith Ghost in a little bit of trouble. Idle Light's already used the ultimate, so cannot use that to save his Scion. Scion does flash, which is nice. Now Idle Lights might be in a little bit of trouble. Wraith Ghost comes back in, 1 hit kind of heals. Everyone a little weak. Oh, great flash back in by Idle Lights. But there's also fights going on in the bot lane. Good laser by Wally to do a support for support trade. Crazy.
10 minutes in, I'm loving this aggression. You're right, you know what? We need no more ADCs in the bot lane. Just bring them mid. We can ignore mid lane from now on. Just cycle between the bot and top side.
Right. I mean, what the hell's going on mid lane? Ooh, a 10 CS advantage. Yawn. Nobody cares. This could get a little dangerous, though. Yeah, this is actually going to go really bad for 9 lives, I think. Here comes the fully Fed, or Udyr, Fed being healed up. Libre taken very low. That Lucian damage obliterates Libre pretty quickly here. And now there's just two tanks who, you know, aren't going to get too much done. So there's your big turnaround. Now suddenly Lucian is 2-0.
With double buff at that.
Right. 2-0 with double buff. Did they manage to get the Guardian as well? Or Herald, rather? I don't think they did.
That is on Scion. Scion picked that
Yeah,
up.
Scion got it. Okay, good. So 9 Lives gets something out of it, but now we have second Dragon. Yeah, that was a strange choice by 9 Lives there. Two third health tanks. Alright.
Northern Storm just sneaking all these dragons before 9 Lives can even think about if they want to respond or fight for it.
Yeah, they're taking objective control very well here. And now, of course, we have to pay attention to the mid lane because we have a 2-0 Lucian. So, touche, Slack, touche. I'm trying to think while these, while we haven't quite, oh wow. Libre doing a lot of damage to Peach there. But while we're waiting for the next big fight, I'm kind of thinking to myself about what other, like, dual support lane combo things could exist.
Seraphine Sona.
That could be scary. Nami and Braum would be funny.
And yeah.
But I think we need at least one actual carry. Alright, here comes Idle Lights. Once again, Lucian wins the duel here against Libre in the ADC fight. Idle Lights may go down as well. This is going to be a... Oh, will Idle Lights survive? He does. It's almost a 4-0. Meanwhile, down here in the bot lane, more murder. Jester does do a slow smite to try to get Wally. Great ult, actually, by Relexis. Forces off the Udyr, but then the turnaround. Oh, man. I did like that strategic ult, though, by Relexis. Very well done. Good Ezreal ult. Gets a turret shot off on Slack. But this bot lane needs some help, I think.
Game's still very close though, only less than a 2,000 gold difference. Even though it's 7-3 in kills and 2 Drakes to the side of Northern Storm.
Yeah, I mean, the Drakes kind of represent a hidden advantage that I think we're going to feel a lot more in a minute or two. Idle Light's kind of sitting here. Bidet is definitely seen. Okay, this could be their chance.
Go in, you got it. Oh.
Ultimate is interrupted. Nice. He's going to try to flash over the wall. He didn't have flash available. Okay. But down here in the bot lane, another jungle. Here comes Jester coming up from behind. Relexis already in trouble. Did use binding already, so he isn't quite able. Good knockup by Wally. All right. Well done. Very, very well done defensive play there. That is the nice thing about what are you guys doing?
Ooh.
What are you guys doing?
Jester might get caught here.
Oh, they actually do manage to catch him. We missed the kill in the mid lane, but we can probably imagine how it went. Great black shield by Relexis as well, stopping any sort of snares there. Anyway, that was always something I experienced with Vel'Koz, was that Vel'Koz is really good at not being chased. If you don't catch him by surprise, he can really stop you from chasing him down. Oh, Token very low gets taken out by a snipe from Relexis' binding. Oh, but here comes Slackosaurus, and Slackosaurus, it will not be denied. Big stun from Relexis here, but I don't know if he has an answer other than that. Can he get one more binding off? 2 seconds cooldown. Stopwatch is overpowered. Call your congressman. Oh. The binding!
Oh my gosh! What a play. Great stopwatch. Turn around to get the snare right in the range of tower.
Another long distance Cuba Libre shot here. Great back and forth counterplay here. This is very exciting. I don't know, it's like a switch flipped on Relexus. He's landing great black shields, great bindings. Really enjoyed all the ults he's done as well.
Yeah, he's had pretty on point ults to be able to. Usually, it seems like it's with the purpose of making sure General Wald can actually get out of a situation. So.
Speaking of getting out of a situation, Jester's here again. They should have seen him there, but I guess they just barely missed it. Good binding and knockup. Huge ultimate from Token there. Laser is not yet triggered. Black shield. Good around the side teleport here. Actually, here comes the train. Hits 2 members, and suddenly the laser is in play, ladies and gentlemen. Bidet, you may be tanky, but you can't take a laser to the face. 4 members of 9 lives here. They're not going to be able to get the... actually, yeah, they could. The Herald is just about spawned.
And Wraith Ghost with that should be online. Both those kills going over to him for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Scion is definitely here now. How many stacks we got on this Scion? 546. Very scary and getting scarier. So this could be the first dragon for 9 lives. This is the first one they've at least been in a position to try to deal with.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's the first one they know that, there's been a fight going on near it. Because they're the ones starting it.
And they do have a reasonable ward coverage to the north side, so they'll see Token coming around here. Relexus is trying to play a little defensively while he's there as well. Teleport coming in, they don't see this. They do manage to get the dragon, but at what cost? Great ult to try to get out. Relexus steps a little too far forward, unfortunately. Gets taken out. Scion is in the back here. Laser is not quite available. Laser would be amazing here. While they might think about it, there is a flash. Okay. Wraith Ghost does get a great turnaround with that Scion passive. Though. There's the laser. Slackosaurus is going to melt. 3 for 2 in a dragon? Yeah, you take that.
Yeah. That Vel'Koz laser is... It's just pumping out so much damage.
It is. It's absolutely incredible.
And much like you'd expect from a slimy tentacle monster, he's very slippery on this Vel'Koz.
He is, and in no small part because of his teammates providing the right amount of distraction and CC to keep enemies off of him.
Yeah, it's weird. We've talked before about not liking the extreme CC focused tankier picks that they've tried before, but these are more damage oriented CC picks. The Morgana, Scion, Amumu's had a string of nerfs here recently, but he enables your other magic dealing champions. So these are just, in my opinion, much better, smarter picks for the Protect Wally kind of concept.
Right, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily feel like Protect the Wally for a couple of reasons. One is that, like you said, we have 2 or 3 other damage dealers on the team as well. And on top of that, Wally can protect himself with the slows that Vel'Koz throws out.
Ooh, Diet Cuba, you might be in trouble. I don't know why you stayed there with your tower having 12 HP.
Yeah, missed that, but we've seen Slack kill Ezreal 2 or 3 times now, so we can imagine how it went.
Shows off some of his dancing shoes to dodge the Morgana snare.
3 top.
Meanwhile, the roam. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say 3 top, but that's another dead turret in the center lane, I think, here. Nope, they're backing up. Here comes the hype train. Sion's going to try to stall. I don't know how much support he has coming, though. Very durable, though. 3 members of Northern Storm. They actually sense that this is just a distraction, and they start running still. Token is getting focused down. Jester punches Idle Lights to try to help with the escape. Good ult from the Zyra. Oh, Relexus misses a binding, unfortunately, there. So no one ends up dying, much to 9 lives disappointment.
Yeah, it seemed like they couldn't quite choose who they wanted to try and chase down there. I think if they had focused on and coordinated on one person, they at least would have gotten a kill.
Yeah, one of the problems there was it was each person they were trying to chase, they got slowly deterred from. Like you saw Wraith Ghost going after the Swain kind of gets away, so then they turn and try to focus on someone else, but then that one's kind of away also. Definitely frustrating to be in those situations. Alright, so where are we at? 0.7 gold difference. 1 dragon difference. Towers otherwise equal. Most of the gold, I assume, yes. 5,000 gold differential in the mid lane. So, if this Lucian wasn't on the board, Northern Storm would be in a lot of trouble. Shout out to Jester, though. Doing very well. 600 or so gold advantage on his side of it. But, I mean, bot lane...
Black trying to 1v1. Wraith goes to the bot lane. Is successful.
I actually didn't even notice that on the minimap because of how on top of Slack the Scion was.
With the exception of maybe Vel'Koz, just because Wally is pretty good at landing those knockups if you're chasing him. I don't think anyone on 9Live's team right now can 1v1 the Lucian.
Oh, I don't even think that the Vel'Koz can. Like, the Vel'Koz would have to hit him in a bush, is what it would have to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he lands the knockup, he can do his full combo, assuming he has laser up, and he might be able to melt through Slack before he'd be able to respond. But even that, I'm not sure that if I was 9Lives, I'd even risk that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the main issue is that since Lucian has his little dash, he'll avoid any sort of knock-up trap. Speaking of trap, we do have a little stack up here. Good little pull there. This Mumu is probably going to die. Very well executed ambush right before Dragon comes down. The teleport is blown. Wraith Ghost is coming in. Are they going to try to fight this 4-on-5? I don't think that's a smart idea. Wally does put out a lot of damage, though. Oh,
Ooh.
Big snare there. Relexus is probably going to go down as well. No, maybe not.
Token taken very low, but that was a good amount of poke to try and keep Morgana out of the fight. Buying enough time that they might be able to just take this dragon before 9Lives can actually move forward.
Yep. They do get a nice root there on the Poppy, but here comes Jester. Relexus once again too far forward, but they gets taken out right away. Wally's got to find a good angle for the laser. Tries to focus on Slackosaurus. Not a great angle, though, and now Slack has an angle of his own. Token takes out Wally. Scion's going to go down. Libre is getting a shot from behind. Slack just absolutely dominating. 14 kills.
Who is this? Who are you, Slackosaurus? I mean, you've been doing good all split, but what changed? Are you juicing right now? Like, you are cracked right now.
I mean, it's a Lucian taking advantage of the CC machine that he has on his team. If you've got a Lucian and your team is full of go-ahead disruptions and stuns, you've got a lot of good things going for you.
True, but dude, he's got on his dancing shoes. He's got on his. He's focused. Like, he is dominating this game right now.
Yeah, Libre conversely not having a great game. 0-5. I wonder if the Ezreal pick was the right one just for the sake of, you know, having a team consistency. Maybe there would have been a better option for this mid lane. Like maybe Galio or something? I don't know. I'm just thinking something that might help the Morgana and the Vel'Koz with their artillery.
I think they wanted some sort of ADC for sieging towers. Because it can get kind of difficult to siege towers if you don't have an auto attack based champ on your team.
Oh sure, yeah. Hard to really pick off minions and deal a lot of go ahead damage there.
Yep. So I'm thinking that's probably because we do know that Ezreal and Ashe are the two ADCs that Cuba plays. Maybe just not used to the matchup against Lucian in the mid lane.
Trying to keep an eye on Slack because I keep missing every time he gets kills. He does it so fast. But a lot of action happening here in all three lanes. 1-3-1, not really what you might be expecting here, but they are making good use of this Baron buff. Yeah, I think Wraith Ghost is going to need some help here. Yeah, this turret's easily going down.
He doesn't even care to take 2 or 3 tower shots.
Mid turret's going down. This is a very painful siege for this team. And now big rotation coming up top. I think everyone should be heading up there right now. Libre is definitely going to need some assistance. Here comes Token in the backside. Good move by Libre. Oh, the Udyr goes for him anyway. Does manage to survive though. Good pull there by Idle Lights. I don't know if they're going to be able to get any real sort of... Nope. This has to be the most efficient Baron we've seen in the LCUS in a long time.
Yeah, they really are making the most out of every second that they can right now. And they keep sending Wraith Ghost to try and ward off Slackosaurus, but okay.
This should be the kill. I can't imagine he's surviving this. Alright, shutdown on Wally. That is good.
That is good. You dedicated, I think, 3 ults to the shutdown, but when they're that far into your base, you do what you got to do.
And I mean, that's 16,000 gold that's suddenly off the table for the next 37 seconds. I think it would have been better for the team if Libre had got it, but of everyone who did get it, Wally's got 1,600 gold in his pocket right now, and he does spend it.
I don't know. I think Wally is the right person to get this right now, just because of the game state that they're currently in. Any fights that they feel they have to actually commit to are going to be the ones inside their base. So Vel'Koz, he's going to have a lot of tight areas that he can play around with.
I don't know. I just like something that maybe puts a little spring in Libre's step, you know? Because he's a very downtrodden Ezreal right now, even though he has 2 completed items. Alright, so this is going to get violent really quick, folks. If you have kids at home, shield their eyes. Because, I mean, there's a sandwich coming in here. I could even see Slack, like, just waiting and jumping over the wall into the Dragon Pit. Spraying that ult. I don't know if 9 Lives has a... Okay.
Oh, I think we have another disconnect from Idle Lights.
I don't know if 9 Lives has a good way to handle this, because I mean they're starting it. We clearly see Wally is trying to start it. If you look on the minimap, you can see that there is a sort of a northern trajectory here from Northern Storm. So it is theoretically possible that they now have a good enough angle to try to burst down the dragon. But Jester's coming in directly from the north.
Northern Storm's also made it to where if they try and engage at the current position, that Vel'Koz's laser's probably going to go completely uninterrupted for that fight. So they might have rotated around and put themselves in a pretty bad spot for when we come out of this pause.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it works, because, I mean, you're right. If they all start coming in from that northern position, they find themselves trapped in the Morgana ult, in the Amumu ult. Can I can actually move the menus around at least. Morgana's Hourglass is not active yet, though, so that's going to be rough for them. Because without that Hourglass, she's not going to be able to land her ultimate and survive while channeling it, I don't think. Unless somehow Scion can make himself a big enough distraction that they don't focus her down. Hey, we're unpausing. Alright, will the game go to hell and be done in 5 seconds from now? Let's see what happens. Wally is pulling it back out. Bidet actually surrenders his position a little bit, but Jester, Wally comes forward. Jester is in the back lines. They're hitting stuns everywhere. Bidet takes that field right away. Wally is falling back. Great laser there. They will take out Token. Wraith Ghost goes down. It's just Wally and Relexus, and a big flash from Jester. This is going to be a bit of lag there, and an ace, and this maybe game? Maybe not.
No, I think that's game. They got a teleport going top. Jester just immediately running up there as well. Uh, you have 15 seconds for the Ezreal to come back, but and the Amumu, but I don't know if they have enough impact.
It's
Then again, they're not destroying this inhib as fast as I thought they would be. So
no, Relexus just leaves. Maybe another disconnect? Nah, I'm guessing that's just... Yeah, we'll see. They just retreat. Interesting. Okay.
Not really sure what's happening right now because no one's pausing. But it does look like both Relexus and General Wally quit.
I'm guessing they made the assumption that by the time they were back, that would be the end of the game. But we do see Northern Storm playing it very safe for no reason. So we will have a Baron and then a victory push, I suppose. 3 on 5. Don't go back, Slack. Just end the damn game.
So I don't know if you can see this, but apparently there was a surrender vote fail 3-0, which I'm not sure how that's possible.
I'm not sure.
It's showing after both Relexus and General Wally left the game. So wouldn't that be like why is it not allowing them? The game's like, no, you must suffer through this game.
Well, I'm gonna talk about this then, since as we lead in here. I've never been a big fan of the surrender option, and that's probably coming from my Dota days. But I mean, their crazy comebacks do happen.
Yeah.
Especially if overconfidence, strikes. Because again, the team's entire bank is riding on Slackosaurus's head currently. So I mean, if
that is true. Take out one, literally do what every team's done to you in the past, however many weeks. Take out the one person with all the gold, and you're back in this.
Yeah, basically. I mean, nope, that must have been the surrender finally coming through. Because I'm frozen.
Same.
So, I mean, basically, what I'm thinking is, and I mean, obviously there's no guarantee this would have worked, but, wait for Slack to do something like he just did. Oh, I'm gonna dash in back here and kill the Ezreal. Oh, this pause is hilarious. Poor Ezreal. Wow. Okay. And then, jump on the Lucian. Maybe you lose a turret, but suddenly maybe you get back in the game. Who knows? But it is what it is. Once again, we will see if Riot will even give us stats. It'd be nice if it did. Looks like we have 2 people in the lobby for a post-game interview if possible. Give me stats. Hey, they gave me stats. Fantastic. Lever penalty applied. That's cute. Alright. Advanced details, graphs. Yep, I mean, look at that Vel'Koz damage. Let me do some quick math here. Almost out-damaged both Swain and Zyra, like I said he would.
Yeah, that is an insane amount of damage. Only person even like being close to him, obviously being the Lucian, who just melted people that game.
Mm-hmm. But of course, Sion doing very respectable damage as well. So yeah, definitely the right thought process there for 9 lives, I think. Check out the vision score. Very nice vision score for both teams as well, considering the length of the game. All right. So with that, we do have an interview here with Slack, for good reason, I would say.
Seems appropriate, if nothing else.
All right, so let's head over there. Hey Slack, congratulations on your incredible Lucian game.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations on being a little quiet, so we'll turn you up.
I apologize.
No problem at all. So, Infinite, you had a question for Slack from the game, so I'll let you start with that one.
Yeah. So Slack, I've made some comments during some of your all's previous games about you popping off more than I think a lot of people expected. But what the heck? What happened this game? You were just this was like you've been playing at like a 5 or a 6, and you turned it up to 12 for this game.
Yeah. So we've been kind of trying to figure out exactly like what I can succeed on. Obviously in week 1, I was able to pop off on the Lux, which granted, yes, I did do a lot of damage. I felt like early on just it wasn't my play style. And I kind of brought up to them like, hey, what about Lucian? Obviously, the game 1 versus 9 lives that we did, I pulled out Lucian, and I did all right. It was kind of difficult for me in that lane just because I was just trying to make sure that I could survive. But then playing it in this game, an AD into an AD, I knew it was going to be just a farm lane, and I knew that my first item power spike is a lot higher than um, Ezreal's. So I played around that and then went for it.
Yeah, first item power spike. Not to mention getting those 2 kills early on definitely helped you along your way.
Well,
Um,
I'm not gonna lie about that. I was yelling in comms, hell yeah, I got a triple. And then I tabbed and I saw it was 201. And I was like, oh, I didn't need a flash for that then.
and so when you're going into this sort of, I mean, obviously, Northern Storm plays bot lane a little bit differently than the other teams. I think it would be fair to say, at least right now. And
Yeah,
so, have you guys talked at all about going into a potential mirror matchup? What and actually following up from that, what sort of fun kind of strategies are you guys figuring out with this new kind of bot lane? Because you did have Swain and Zyra and that kind of combo of Swain's pulls with the CC.
yeah. So kind of the big thing that we've come to notice as our identity is just being able to figure out what lanes can play safe, what lanes can be more aggressive. I can't give out too much information, obviously, for the sake of
Sure.
uh, team integrity and strategy. But what I can definitely say is when it comes down to our bot lane, I'm very, very confident in our bot lane for the sake of um, when you look at just our bot lane, there are so many bans you have to look at. Um, and to kind of adjust the focus, there's also a ton of bans you have to do for our jungler. Um, Jester, in my opinion, has the deepest champion pool that I know of when it comes down to junglers in the LCUS. So the fact that we can comfortably just go, you know what, let's get priority bot lane and just pick what we want bot lane. And we're like, okay, when it comes down to junglers, oh well, let's just throw them on something. Um, Today it just happened to be Udyr, and once again we saw him succeed on it.
Yeah, succeed indeed. I mean, with those go-ahead stuns that he is just so dangerous with. Um, I guess any other shout-outs? Obviously, we're running a little late here. So any other
Yeah,
shouts to wrap it up?
yeah. I want to give a shout out to Bidet, um, being able to play as well as he has been all split, not getting too terribly behind in matchups that aren't favorable to him, but then also on top of that, being able to come out of that practically even, and it shows how much that we can rely on him. I want to also give a huge shout out to just Peach and Token being able to draw so much attention. Obviously, when it comes down to 9 lives, we knew their bot lane was one of the scariest parts. And being able to go toe-to-toe with Rolexus and Wally and be able to shut them down in lane, that means a lot. So.
All right. Well, congratulations on being in third place as you were before. So you actually no, you're tied for second now. I think actually second or solidly third.
I believe second. So.
Yeah. I need to
yeah,
check.
no, it means a lot. Also, I apologize for the really long pause. My stomach felt a little upset and needs to run to the bathroom ASAP. So, I apologize.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, you are tied for second right now. I have the old scoreboard up, just swapped to the new one. So yeah, so good luck next week, next Sunday, and maybe we'll see you pop off again.
Yeah. We can only hope. We can only hope.
All right, take care.
You as well. Bye now.
All right, so with that, I did put the correct scoreboard up. Sorry for having the old one up. I had them mixed up. So we have Blitzkrieg first place still, but it's a much tighter race now. We have Northern Storm and White Wolf tied for second at 2-0-1 apiece. Phoenix, a very competitive third place, and 9 lives in option 12, both with 1 point each. Infinite, closing thoughts.
Just thank you to everyone who ends up watching this, and for everyone who was patient with us as we figured some things out to get this game set up and to you all as soon as possible.
Yes.
I appreciate all the cooperation, understanding, and patience that everyone involved had.
Yeah, highlighting understanding especially. Great game. Weird issues with the casting from both the pauses and some other things. Obviously, the format isn't necessarily ideal either. But I hope you enjoyed listening, and we will see you next Sunday for the next part of the split, which would be week 4. So see you then. Have a good rest of your evening or morning whenever you see this. Take care.